No, I still think you're on adult beverages,
Hey,
Chillie.
good afternoon and welcome to Cruise Amigos. I think. Why has my thing doubled here? Did
Oh,
somebody
jeez.
go? Did somebody do that besides me? Do the
I did
live
not touch
thing?
it. I didn't
Because
touch
I'm
it.
not touching it.
I'm doubled. I got everything done twice. Oh well. All right. So welcome to the Cruise Amigos. I think. I assume we're on. If somebody can see us, let us know. Um,
Because we haven't got a clue what's going on, have we?
there we go. I clicked it off, so now I can see back to my chat, and that work is okay. So I'm assuming. Hello, amigos. Nikki, how you doing? Shake
Hi,
your head
Nicky.
up down if you can see us. And Cindy says she can see us, so we're on.
We're
And
on. We're on.
John has painted Ace. You'll notice that Ace has a new paint job there.
Oh,
And
I
by the
don't do
way,
that.
everybody, that would be Amigo John. And whoops, no, you're how the hell do I point?
We never get this right, do we? We try every week.
And that's Amigo Martin. He's over there on the other side of the pond, and I'm the old
That's it.
fat travel guy from Virginia. Yeah, it's backwards and upside down. Now,
Yeah.
first of all, John, why did you paint Ace? We liked him black and white.
Ace is actually outside today. You know, he can go out and he's outside most all day. And because he went outside, Cadence, this is Cadence. Can you say hi? Huh? Cadence
Hi,
is very, very
Cadence.
old. He's probably 18 years old. He doesn't move very much. He just pretty much likes to lay around. But today he decided that he was going to lay on my warm equipment in the studio. So
Okay.
Very clever
So
chap.
Ace is out. Is Ace mousing or tending to the pot plants?
well, the pot plants aren't here, but Ace is not a mouser. We haven't seen him, catch one or bring one in or anything. But he is a seeker. He's curious. Like if the dogs go out, he's got to go out now. If we open the door to put the dogs out, whoosh, there he goes, and he just hangs out and watches them, and then he comes back in. I mean, he's not a long time out, but he's free to, come and go. And of course, that means he's at risk for being taken away by an eagle or getting run over by the many cars that go down at the road, or
Or them
anything can
damn
happen.
wolves? We've seen
That,
wolves up there.
yeah, but he can always go up a tree for them. See,
Okay.
he's got all of his claws, so he could hit a tree, so he's okay that way. But the big thing is transportation or eagles. Those are the two.
All right. Now I have to ask you a question before I get to Martin over there, because we got to give him hell for something. I'm sure.
Well, I haven't had it for a while, so you might as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Of course. Now I have been espousing for what 3 years now about you being my favorite pot farmer up there in Minnesota, uh, and and
And I've been correcting.
extolling
I've
the
been correcting
virtues
you for 3 years.
of your pot and you smoking it and all that stuff. So tell us what's happened with the pot farming.
Well, as a complete surprise, basically, the Minnesota congressional people and the governor signed off on a bill making Minnesota not a recreational marijuana state, but allowing THC derived from hemp. And remember, hemp and marijuana plants are identical. You can't tell them apart. The only difference is a hemp plant has very low THC in it, and a marijuana plant now can be, with the careful breeding they've done in California and stuff, there are marijuana plants that are 30% THC. They just drip with the oil of the marijuana oil. But they made it legal that you can sell edibles or drinkables. No smoke. This is not smoke. But you can sell edibles or drinkables with THC in them. And think of it as like 3-2 beer. It's like any one serving can only have 5 milligrams of THC in it. like a gummy bear type, a little chewy, where people might want to have 20 or 25 milligrams to give them the relaxation that they're looking for. So you take 5 of them. How stupid is that? I'm really sorry, but the thing that's even more surprising is that the House in Minnesota is completely controlled by the Democrats. They have a far-reaching margin. And the vote in the House they only made it by like 3 or 4 votes. It was really tight. In the Senate in Minnesota, it's all Republicans. It's all Republicans, and in my humble opinion, they all got sticks up their butt. I mean, they think they're big shots. I don't know what they've ever done good for the state in the time that the Republicans have held the Senate. They passed it 100%. Now, after it's passed and the ramifications are coming out, it was made public and people are figuring out how they can operate under the law. And that really, this totally makes us a marijuana available state. No matter how you look at it, it's just like, yes, there's alcohol, but it's only in 3.2 beer. So you got to drink twice as much. Big deal. So many of these Republican congressmen are going, well, I didn't really understand that that's what it meant. And it's like, dude, it was a 5-page bill. It was clearly spelled out. It was not some scary formula. It was nothing. It says you can sell THC products, but they have to be made from hemp, not marijuana, which basically what that means is instead of refining it down, instead of taking 30% and having to, what do they call it? Dilute it. In the hemp plant, you have to take what you got and you got to concentrate it to get to the legal limit. But please tell me, somebody that's smarter than me, what's the difference?
Now, so let me make sure that I got this right. So I'm no longer going to be able to call you a pot farmer, but I can refer to Uncle John's gummy bears.
You can call me a drug dealer if you want. I mean, I deal in drugs. I cannot ship them, by the way.
Amigo John, the drug dealer. That doesn't sound very good.
No, not good.
John.
Okay.
How about John, the vice guy who, all sorts of vice, because vice is all, gambling, drinking, girls of the evening, so it all comes under vice. Can you think about
that's right up my alley.
Jeez.
Mark,
Chillie,
what's
the only lady of the evening you need now is somebody to change your bed.
Well, that's very true.
Yes.
Martin doesn't know, and some of our audience, some of my regulars, they know the whole story. I guess we'll bring Martin up to date with me, with the old fat travel guy. And first of all, folks, for you Cruise Amigo followers out there, as opposed to the guys that watch my show, 2 shows in a row, Chillie had a total brain lock. I was completely doing other things. Never even came to mind on either of those 2 Thursdays that we had the Cruise Amigos. I'm so in tune with doing them on Sunday, and when we moved it to Thursday, my brain just didn't lock into when the hell we were doing it. So my apologies for the 2 shows that were missed. It was totally my fault because I never set the shows up. Last week I was in the pool. That was one of my days in the pool on the Freedom of the Seas cruise ship. Anyway.
He didn't forget. He just didn't want to get out the pool because he was having such a good time with an adult beverage on the side that he thought, you know what? Bugger it. I'm staying here.
That's right.
That is very true. However, to be honest, I wasn't even thinking in terms of you folks. I was more concerned with the adult beverage and being in the pool without oxygen, which was awesome.
Which I think is worth missing the show for, don't you, John?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It's really neat that he could do that.
What you don't know, Martin, is that I am now in possession of a drug That's
Is John give it to you?
$11,000 a month.
How much?
$11,000 a month.
It's a lot.
And I was given two choices: to take this $11,000 a month drug, or they'd give me 6 to 9 months to live. I went,
Yeah, which one should I choose?
I think we're going to go. Whoops, no, that's that hand. This hand. So I opted for the 11 grand a month. Now, I negotiated with Medicare and my supplemental insurance, and I got it down to a copay now. My copay was $2,300 a month.
Okay.
I said, well, wait a minute. Time out. $2,300 a month. That's my cruising money.
Yeah.
That ain't going to work either. But we're not going to go to this hand over here to 6 to 9 months. We're going to do something different. So I went to the manufacturer and I pled poverty. I said, I'm an old fat guy. I'm retired. I'm poor. I can't afford a dog and a cat. I have to have pictures on the wall. A dog
Even
and
his flip
cat.
phone. Uses a flip phone for his cell phone.
A flip phone. Yeah, I just didn't think about that. But yes, so I have been approved now for this drug through December. It started today. My first dosage was this morning. So far, there's no horns growing out of my forehead.
And you still,
I'm
you remember
sick. My hair isn't falling out. I do have a little hair on the soles of my feet, but that'll keep my feet warm.
And you remember the Cruise Amigos show, because it can only be a good drug that you remembered that we had to do a show today.
On drugs, I remembered.
Off drugs, he hasn't got a clue.
So actually, I have so far no side effects whatsoever. I mean, that can change. I got to see how this stuff goes. I don't go back to the oncologist until the 13th, and they start in on a barrage of tests. They have to manage my liver function. What a joke. After drinking bourbon for 60 years, my liver is pickled to start with. So why you want to manage my liver function, who knows?
The amount of bourbon you drank in the last 2 years on these cruises.
I might have had an adult beverage or two.
Just a one or two. Per hour.
So anyway, that brings me up to date. Now, what have you been doing over there in Manchester, by God, England?
Well, I can't. Last time we spoke, what were we speaking about? We had Janine on, didn't we, last time?
Yeah.
So since then, what have we done? I did a sponsored walk for charity for the motor neurone disease last weekend. I walked 12 miles, 20 kilometres from our rugby stadium in Salford to the one in Warrington. Did that and raised about £300 for the charity, there was a number of other walkers. It wasn't just me on my own walking. There were about 20 of us, I think. So we raised some money for the motor neurone disease over here. What else? I'm hovering. I was just saying before the show, I'm hovering over it. That when your finger slips and you book something, it's hovering, and I'm thinking of booking, because those that know will know that I can't go too long without a holiday or a cruise. And I got off my last cruise on the 26th of May. It was, 26th of May. Went on to our conference on the 27th to the 30th. So I've got nothing booked until the 3rd of September when we're on the Virtuosa going to Norwegian Fjords. Now that's 4.5 months. It's a long time without any holiday. So we've got over here a celebrity just said they're doing £1 flights. It's going to cost you £1 to get the flight to join the cruise.
Wow.
So Celebrity Edges off to Portofino and Barcelona, going out from Rome 7 nights, and it's £880 for an inside cabin for a week on Celebrity Edge. But
As a solo or a double?
that's per person for me and Stan. But they've got solo prices at the moment, which are pretty much the same anyway.
Wow.
But it's Stan's birthday on the day it goes as well. We
Oh,
were
nice.
originally meant to be on a cruise, but then I don't know if I can do an inside cabin. I'm in a dilemma. I always have a balcony. You know, it's first world problems. You know what I mean? We'll talk about other things going on in the world, but first world problems. And I'm like, if you book the balcony, it then becomes like £1,300 once you've got the drinks on and your gratuities and your Wi-Fi. And I'm like, can I justify it? But can I justify not going away? I need to go away. But you know, but then I got offered a trip. Whether I don't know if I can do it because of the flights. Because long story short, basically, we booked to go to see ABBA down in the UK, in London. The ABBA tour, which is they're going to come on in holograms, and it's supposed to be absolutely amazing. I've avoided seeing anything, but we booked that.
My kid Henry has seen it. Yeah, it's amazing.
And we meant to go on the Saturday on a cruise, but then there was another thing to go to Kitzbühel in Austria for a week, half board, which is a really good deal. But it's going to be a lot of walking and hills and gondolas, and it'd be amazing. But it's a holiday I'd never have thought of going on, so that's in the back of my mind as well. But yeah, no, other than that, working, doing lots of bookings this year for this month. Last month was amazing. Do you know last month was my best month in 5 years of running my business? Forget pre-pandemic. 5 years of running my business. It was like, wow.
Awesome.
You know, so it's picking up over here. And then we had today, amazingly, our Prime Minister resigned.
Yeah.
Yes. He shook the Queen's hand and walked out and didn't look back.
He's literally gone, do you know what? I've had enough. Well, to be honest, he was going to get pushed. It was either you resign or we're going to kick you out because there's lots going on over here in politics. It's absolutely shocking how a prime minister can say he knew about somebody being potentially touched up by another person in office, and then forget about it and put them in a place of power is like beside me, and then go, do you know what? Well, let's just forget that. We'll carry on, and I'll carry on with what I need to do. No, mate. You don't do that to anybody in this world. That it's wrong, absolutely wrong. So he had to go, and he's literally, well, he hasn't gone at the moment. He's resigned and said, when a new leader comes in, I'll hand it over. I don't think he'll be there next week. I think he'll be gone very, very quick, a lot quicker than that. 2-3 weeks.
But they're saying it might take until this fall before they can get it set up with a new prime minister.
If they go down that route, I think there'd be uproar here, and we'd end up with a new general election. And I mean, the other side, the opposition, are saying if that's going to happen, we're going to call for a general election, no vote of no confidence in the government, and that then creates a whole new barrel of things, So yeah, so that was all fun. So everybody's been glued to the TVs.
Now, since you happen to mention that we the last time you were on this show, we had Janine on. Do you know where Janine is right now? Look at that.
I know.
She's in
That's
America.
Niagara Falls. And I'm going to give her hell next time I see her because she got in the boat and tried to drive the damn boat up the falls. It just don't work there. So we're going to give Janine hell about her driving skills.
Definitely. So, but yeah, do you know what? It's just one of them. It's a weird time over here at the moment. The politics are in turmoil, and we've got a fuel crisis, a cost of living crisis, but still people are booking holidays, which is good. It goes to show you that, you know what, you need that R&R. Doesn't matter what's going on in the world, you need that R&R.
Well, our gas prices are slowly coming down again.
Oh.
Well,
they're still way higher than they used to be. But in the time that I was, from when I drove to Miami, the week that I was on the cruise and got back in my car to drive home, I paid like 14 cents a gallon less going home than I did going down. So
what's 14 cents? It's that what? It's about
well,
4p?
okay,
4p?
okay, you got to translate it to pounds and then to liters and um,
It's about four.
say
I think it's about 3, 4p, isn't it? 3, 4p less. It just needs to come back down, and it's going to
yeah,
take a long time.
it's coming down slowly.
Yeah.
And what
Well,
that translates to in pounds is way beyond my. I need a couple of bottles of bourbon to do that. So
So, Chillie, what have you got planned? Yeah, I mean, John, have you got something planned cruise wise?
Just my 20-day, I added on to my transatlantic, I put the 11 days in front on from Rome to Lisbon on the
Okay,
Epic.
the Epic.
So that's 11 nights with 9 stops. It's an amazing run.
That's good.
And
then
it's a
Lisbon.
it's a one-off, it's not a regular cruise. It's a one-off on
Hmm.
the Epic from Rome to Lisbon. And then I'm staying on the ship and then 9 days, Lisbon to New York. So it's 20 days altogether.
Wow.
So I'm looking forward to that a lot. And the Epic, I don't know if folks know, but the Epic transatlantic crossings are like, it's a Boy Scout reunion kind of time. I mean, there's hundreds of people that are on every one of those crossings. Both
Really?
ways. I mean, there's the spring group and there's the fall group, but there's a lot of people that are on both crossings. So
yeah, because is it the 9th of 7th of December, I think, Lisbon to New York on that one? Is it 7th?
I think it's done by then. Hang on. I'll find it out here for you in just a little bit, but
yeah, no, I've seen that one, and I'm like, I need more holidays planned in. I need more.
absolutely you do. Of course you do. Of course you
while
do.
you're looking that up, Nikki, hello. How are you? Lizzie's with us. Cindy's with us. Cruising is fun anytime is with us. How you doing?
I agree with
Mike,
that. Cruising is fun anytime.
Mike is with us. He's in England, John.
Yeah, I saw that. So it's going to be hard for me to
supply him pot.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, transatlantic. I'd love to do a transatlantic, but I don't know whether.
I still want to see Amigo John with the big doobie smoking away.
Do remember? Oh, by the way, I just happened to bring it up. This Norwegian right now, Alaska, Dawes Glacier, Juneau, and Ketchikan. Double occupancy, $695 for a week.
Yeah.
Those are dollars, folks. $695 for a week.
Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. There's a solo.
No, that's not solo. That's double lock.
Double occupancy, right? No, there's some great deals out there for solo travelers at the moment. I mean,
celebrities running a great one over here.
It's the same over here. Is it 235?
No solo supplement.
Yeah, 235 sailings, I think there is, with no solo supplement between now and March.
Yeah.
We had one here, which was 8 days on the Celebrity Constellation, I want to say. Yeah. And it was like £650, something like that, £680 with flights and transfers and a cruise. And it's like, wow, as a solo. I mean, you've got P&O are doing some great deals at the moment as well. Over here, they've just announced next to no solo supplements. Cunard have just jumped in with some not no solo, but very low supplements. And I think at the moment, we're on that cusp of them just trying to fill cabins at the moment in certain places, which is like, it's better to sell it at a price. You guys are not traveling as much as you used to over to Europe, so I think that's sort of having a knock-on effect, especially with the American cruise lines, that they're now going, hang on, we need to fill these ships. So, I mean, I think Beyond sailed about 70-80% full the other week, I think, which is good.
I sailed one this past week. The 4-day was a 4-day and a 3-day together, back to back. The 4-day was at 80%. The 3-day over the weekend was at 100%.
Wow, good.
And boy, did I find out I don't want to do a 3-day holiday weekend again ever.
Was it a bit mad? Bit mad.
People were obnoxiously rude to anybody that's mobility challenged. I got hit in the head with purses and suitcases. I had people literally running into my scooter almost anytime I was out and about at all. I mean, they would just walk right into me. And then trying to get food in the buffet was ridiculous. So,
listen to this, you guys. The transatlantic, the Epic, sailing from Lisbon to New York. Right now, inside cabins, $449 per person, double op.
Wow.
That means even if you were fully single, you're in for $900.
What? Let's just have a look.
And that's
9-day cruise, Norwegian Epic, Lisbon, Bermuda, Ponta Delgada, and New York. That is unbelievable. I should dump my ticket and get this ticket.
Let's just have a quick look. Well,
let me just see what it is for one.
That's
yeah, look at this. For one person, the studio cabin is $1,349, but the inside cabin is $673 for one person.
That's
a balcony is $1,048.
$1,048 solo. That is absolute madness. Absolute madness. Where are we? We don't want sail from the UK. We want Norwegian Cruise Line. We want the NCL. Where's the Epic gone?
Cindy loves
December,
the Epic.
December, isn't it, that one?
December 7th to the 16th. Yes, that's correct. December 7th to the 16th. And it is, a studio is $1,349, but the balcony is $1,048, and inside is $673.
I'll tell you what, I've said it before, but this year is a cruisers market. It really is. You're not going to see these prices for a long time, or ever again, I don't think. There we go. Right. Let's have a little look. Transatlantic, 9 nights. Yeah, £475 UK price.
For a solo or double? Is that double?
No, that'll be double live viewers, I think. But let's have a little look on our screen.
But hardly anymore for a solo, because it's normally $1,380, and it's on sale right now for $673.
That is just mad. Get on that, guys.
$75 a day.
Give me a call if you want to book that. If you're in the UK, I'll certainly book that for you. And you can join John and the old scouts going across transatlantic. Why not?
Where do we find you on the internet, Marvin? Where do we find you?
At Martin's Holiday Village on Facebook is the easiest way at the moment.
Martin's Holiday Village.
Yeah, just give me a shout on that if you want to book it. That's an amazing deal. You know,
Cindy says she loves the Epic. She'll be on it in September from Rome. It will be her 4th time on that ship. Oh, it's not a transatlantic.
No, that's September. That's doing the math.
Lizzie would love to do a transatlantic.
Yeah.
I keep hoping that, I'm going to be doing my little group cruise over there with Pete and Lizzie and crew in May. I keep hoping to catch a price drop on the transatlantic out of Tampa, but I have not seen that yet. So I keep watching that. Hopefully I could do the transatlantic over rather than
I'm intrigued now. Sorry, I am intrigued. I want to see what solo rates we've got over here. So I'm just trying to have a look now. See. Not that I'm ignoring anybody. That's really bad, isn't it, that I'm doing that?
Well, when you get news like this, you can't let it go, I mean.
Hey, and the other thing is NCL, you don't have to test to get on board.
Yeah, over there.
A lot of places over in Europe now and other places. So
just as long as it's not from Greece. But everywhere else, you got.
Well, you mean
rid
so
of
when
the
I get on in
testing.
Chichevice, I don't have to test now?
Civitavecchia, nope.
As of the 1st of August, it is, I
Yeah,
think,
as
isn't
of
it?
August 1st.
Yeah, but there's plenty of
So
time for them to change their mind between now and then.
That's
there
not
is,
likely to
that.
happen.
That's it. Let's just have a little look.
I'm
So
thinking they're going to open us up on this side of the pond next. I'm not particularly in favor of that necessarily, but I think it's coming.
I'm just having a look now. Let's see. Thursday, the 8th of December. No, we don't want. It's not the 8th of December, is it? Where's that one going from?
7th of December.
That's Norwegian Sun. Why has it not got Epic on here? The sun, the Epic. Where are you? There she is. No, that's Norwegian Sun. Why is it only giving me the sun? What's up with this?
Don't know.
The Norwegian Sun?
Yeah, it's only giving me NCL Sun.
Well, maybe that's because it's got an iceberg hanging out of its
Here, I just put the
smokestack.
thing in the comments. I just put the link in the comments. Just click on that.
Yeah, no, but that'll take us to yours over in the US, won't it? It won't take us to the UK side.
Well, yeah, but you can see the.
See, December 22 debut. December. That's. I do know what I'm doing as a travel agent, normally. Honestly.
That's
So it's the
funny.
9th of December, 9 December, right? Let's just have it between the 9th and the 10th.
No, not the
No,
9th
no,
of December. It's the
on the
7th of December.
7th of December.
That's probably why it's not coming up then. That'll be the reason.
That would slow you down, yeah.
Well, yeah, if you got the wrong date, Mark.
Because it's in the middle of the ocean at that point.
Missing it by 2 days
helps
is like
to have the right date.
It does.
missing it by 2 days is like, yeah.
Let's just see what they're offering on here. I'm giving up. The new search return, no results. Norwegian Epic.
All right, now let me look on my side and see what I've got. Let's see, I've got to go down here to the Epic.
If anybody that's listening's been in the inside cabins on the Epic, do they have the same unusual bathroom structure, or is that just the balconies?
Yeah, those bathrooms are weird, aren't they? With the toilet on one side and a little pull thing.
And just sliding glass, I mean, you don't really seal off your private business, but for $673, I'd go to the bathroom out on the deck. So,
I don't think
December
the captain would be too
7th,
happy.
Martin.
What?
Martin, it's December the 7th from Lisbon.
Lisbon to New York.
I know
to
it's
New
there.
York.
Reset all your filters. Sorry, there are no available ports. I think it's
$396, whatever that translates to in pounds.
Right,
For an inside. Balcony 620, suite 783. The prices that I'm getting are slightly different than John, but not
Portugal,
too far off.
Yeah, Lisbon, Portugal. Apply.
Single supplements at 49%, which is better than most.
Better than some of the prices I've seen.
Yeah.
Right, transatlantic, November 23. No, we don't want that one.
That's next. That's the one coming back to Europe from over here.
That's Norwegian Viva. Has got a transatlantic on there. 11-day cruise in November 2023. Where are we? Yeah, do you know what? It's only given me Sun, Star. It's really weird. Give me another.
Maybe your computer is smoking John's pot through the interwebs and the dark thing of.
No, we're here. We're here now. Right, let's see. Right, okay. So, £486. This is double occupancy. That's 486, 681 for a balcony. The Haven's 3365. Right, let's just see if we go How'd you get you? Their website is not very good.
It's terrible. Yeah, it's very unfriendly. Yeah,
Isn't it just best value low fare? Right. View the cruise. Doesn't let me go through to book it. Why doesn't it let me go through to book it? Oh, I'll put it on my page anyway. I'll pass it out. I'll have a look on the main system. So, from
Lizzie says she wants to do something else in 2023. She's waiting for Icon of the Seas. Yeah, I'd like to do Icon of the Seas too.
Yeah, you got Icon, your Europa. You've got. There's lots going on.
Have I thought about tagging MSC Europa onto a group cruise? Ship looks amazing. Yes, it does. And no, I haven't at this point, but that's a good possibility. There to Hear Travels. Good morning. That's a new name to me. So welcome to the Cruise Amigos. Good afternoon. Hope you all are having a great day. Thank you very much.
So right, so anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about. So John, you're now on the ship for 20 days.
Right, but it's 2 cruises. It's 2 back-to-backs. See, instead of doing a long transatlantic from Rome to New York with a bunch of stops, they went Rome to Lisbon, 11 days, 9 stops, and then they go Lisbon to New York with just 2 stops.
Right.
They busted it up. So
there must be a reason. I think they'll probably sell a lot more on that. I think because you'll get a lot of the Europeans who will do that kind of cruise as well. Now, why? Yeah, right. I'm still determined to get this price for people from the UK. I've now logged into NCL on my side. But yeah, so are you doing anything before it? Are you touring around? Because I know you like to come across to Europe.
Yeah, I mean, if the gods of travel all work together, I will fly. I'll fly over to Frankfurt, spend a week with my number 6. That's not far from Frankfurt, and a few days with my number 5. Then I'll go up to my flat in Berlin for a week. And then Henry and I will fly from Berlin down to 3-4 days in Rome. Then we'll get on the ship to do this 20 days.
That would be last time Henry had to get off, didn't he? Early, if I remember rightly. Didn't Henry have to get off early last time?
Well, no, that was Anthony. No, Henry is my German buddy. He was my first foreign exchange student back in the 90s, and we're just best of friends. And so. But he didn't cruise at all. He didn't have time to cruise. He is a self-employed video producer. He retired from Time Warner, as the creative director of Northern Europe about 4 years ago. And now he's just freelancing. So, and he freelances for big bucks. But sometimes when he has projects that, like farmers, you got to be there when the corn is ready to harvest. So.
Yeah, but you don't grow corn, you grow pot and soybeans.
And hey, I'll tell you what, guys.
And beets. Do you grow beets in the pot field?
It should ask the other way around. Sugar beets we plant in fields that are half a mile long and up to a mile wide.
Yeah.
Hemp is planted in garden-sized plots, like 100 feet by...
So you have 156,000 acres of sugar beets, and you got 12 feet a pot. Is that right?
The ratio is not too far off. We have 2,200 acres of sugar beets, and we have an acre of hemp. So, yeah, okay.
Okay, an acre a pot, folks. That's a lot of smoking. A lot of gummy bears. Excuse me, I can't call it smoking.
You can't smoke it. You can
it's
have gummy
a lot
bears.
of gummy bears out of an acre a pot.
Chocolate, gummy bears, cookies, in sodas like a Monster drink.
Cookies.
Only it's
chocolate chip cookie. Can I have chocolate chip cookies that I get stoned on?
Yes.
See, I can't smoke the crap anymore because of the cancer business. I don't
brownies, chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, pot brownies.
Pot brownies. It's the old original thing, right?
Sweet.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, I'll tell you over here.
We got some new people that are watching this show going, who the hell are these people?
Anyway, back to cruising.
Just so you all know, it's completely licensed and legal. I am not in any way breaking any laws, and that's why I can't ship them to England, or even I couldn't sell it to Chillie in his car if he told me that he was driving home to Virginia with it. It's for Minnesota production and consumption. So,
Okay.
So yeah, we can't do that, but what we can do, we can get you great deals on cruises.
what I should do is I should get me a riverboat that looks just like a cruise ship, only like 60 feet long. And then you can come and take the pot cruise here on the Red River of the North.
You could take the pot cruise. You could get on that river and go all the way to Nolans, can't you?
Every room is going to be an inside cabin with a giant TV screen that's going to today we're in Czechia. Tomorrow we're in Lisbon. Tomorrow we're in Sardinia. And then they're look. Oh, now I'm doing your smoking thing. Oh, look, I'm in Lisbon today.
Gummy bears. Anyway, if anybody in the UK wants to book that lovely transatlantic, I've just found bargain. Forget the studios. The studios are 1,064.
Right.
The cabin. Inside 683. A balcony is 976. Solo. Less than £1,000 for a solo balcony.
That's fantastic for a balcony transatlantic. I'd jump all over that.
And we can get you flights added on as well. So if you want them, which is not a lot, yeah. So anyway, sorry, I'm just trying to flog things.
So if I switch both of my cruises over to an inside cabin now, I will be able to do it for $1,600 American dollars. 20 days, $1,600. That's the first 11 days and the transatlantic 9 days together. And I can do it for $1,600 American dollars as a single. That's single pricing. That is unbelievable to think that you can do $20.
That's $80 a night.
Yeah, dollars. But what did that? So what's that? About 60 pounds.
Let's see in pounds. £67 approximately.
Yeah, and you're on the Epic, and I'm sorry, folks. Yes, it has weird bathrooms, but there's ways to that should not be an issue. You just got to know about it, so you're not surprised, and you share time in the cabin or whatever. But like when I was the only time, what?
Just hanging out over the balcony. Nothing. I'm sorry. I'm weird today.
They have cameras that see you doing that. So but like when I've only been on an Epic transatlantic with a roommate once with Kenny, if you remember, a few years ago.
Yeah.
And it was great because it was a handicapped bathroom, literally 4 cabins away out in the corner. And so that's where I sort of did all my private time, I mean, it was just easy. It was just easy. And then that one, nobody used it. I think I was the only one. Matter of fact, I was going to put a little design in the toilet paper and see if that design was still there when I got back the next day. But separate from that, the Epic, I know everybody talks about the new ships, and everybody's got some new ships that are just awesome and everything, and the Epic is not in that new category. But I'm telling you, it's a big boat. It's got a great showroom. As far as I'm concerned, the food, if you're bitching about the food on the Epic, then you're going to bitch about the food everywhere. Because I mean, the food is certainly up to standard. The buffet is giant. The specialty dining, they've got a Cagney Steakhouse. You can't beat that at sea. I'm sure there's other equivalents. They've got what's that Rio de Janeiro steakhouse called, where you just eat steak till it comes out of your
Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah, but it's got a funny name, but a Brazilian steakhouse. They've got teppanyaki. They've got sushi. The French restaurant that's on board, it's called Le Bistro, but it's not. It's a high-fashion French restaurant. And now with my status, I will get 4 free upscale meals on my 20 days.
Wow.
That's just included because of my status. And so I'll at least dine at least 4 days. I mean, and the staff has always been really friendly to me. That's not to say that others aren't. Don't get me wrong. I'm not doing an A/B comparison. I'm just telling you that as a regular Epic traveler, anybody that complains, it's like, what is it that I just don't get it, because I have been on it. I don't even know how many times now. He's my boat. He's my boat, senor.
Cindy Lee says,
I would
Oh, God, I
like
was
to
just going to say,
report
Cindy
back.
Lee says just use the curtain to overcome the bathroom situation. Pull the curtain across.
And that's right. There's the two little rooms, the toilet and the shower, and then there's a curtain that can go all the way across before you enter the room.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you guys, but the curtain does not muffle the sounds of escaping air, nor the fragrance that sound might carry. Just being honest here. I'm just being straightforward.
Yeah.
But again, it's like either you really know your roommate really well, or you can make arrangements for time and place. And
Yeah.
the shower, on the other
You
hand,
have
is
rules.
extremely nice. He's
And
extremely
you have
nice.
rules. You have rules like that. You don't do number twos. Yeah. No, if you're sharing, you do them elsewhere.
I would like to report back on one thing since I just got off the freedom of the seas.
Freedom of the seas, yes.
And you guys do know that I do a lot of investigation for accessibility.
Yes.
This ship is as close to perfectly accessible as I've found anywhere. From disembarkation on, it's now everything for handicap is from the curb to the cabin with absolutely no problems. Got to the cabin. I had a scoot around had an issue, but anyway, my scooter was late getting there, but it finally got there. That with my oxygen concentrator. That had nothing to do with Freedom of the Seas. But Freedom of the Seas, I found no places anywhere where there was accessibility issues, including the pools all had ramps to the deck, the pool deck on each of the pools. There was not a ramp down into the water, so there was not actually a roll-in pool. But there were step with handicap railings that if you can stand at all, you can get into the pool, which is how I did it. And then, of course, I spent a lot of time in the water and found out that I couldn't, in fact, exercise without my oxygen, which was awesome. But it was a very, very well done ship as far as accessibility issues go. Personally, I didn't have any problems at all with any of the meals. I ate like I always do on Royal Caribbean. I know what meals that I like, and that's what I order. And that was the way it was. So it was a very well done cruise. I was with JJ Cruise. It was a fun group to be with. I'm glad I went with them. I will definitely go on another one of their group cruises. They did a fantastic job hosting it, and there was delightful people from JJ Cruise that were on the group cruise. It was just terrific. So hats off to all involved. It was a really fun week for me. And a week that I needed a fun week too. Yeah.
You did.
Jeez. Yeah,
so, Martin, did you just run and pee? Is that what you did?
No, I had to answer the door.
Did you close the curtain?
Yeah, I want to make sure that you.
But Cindy Lee says take your poopery.
Poopery, yes. Do folks know what that is? It's a special spray that's supposed to neutralize bathroom odors.
Yeah.
And their commercials are funnier than funny.
They're hilarious. How come somebody thought of that? I don't know. At the end of the day, just flush it and squirt a bit of air freshener and be done with it. And then open the curtain and come back in the room.
I have a question for you two. We'll see who wants to answer it. Give us an explanation of the difference between a solo cruise and a singles cruise.
You do it, Martin. You start with that.
So a solo cruise for me, I think an explanation would be solo people just getting on a cruise. And then singles, I think, would be more of a single and here to mingle, should we say? Maybe upside down pineapples on your door and things like that. And, that's what I thought I would think. Why was there a difference?
Well, no, the reason that I brought it up actually to ask the question is because over in Pete's big discussion group now, they get a lot of new members, and I'm telling you, at least once a day, somebody says, "Well, what should I expect on as a?" They ask it both ways, but I think that they just like you said, they don't understand that being a solo cruiser doesn't mean that you're going for a singles hookup kind of a thing. But it also, everybody says, well, what are you don't want to go on a singles cruise. Well, my question is, show me one of those. I know that the gay guys have times when they buy out the ship, and that's like a singles kind of a thing, but I don't know of any. I don't
That's
know
not
of
just
any.
singles, John. That's
Well,
not
then-
No,
just
I
singles.
it's not just singles, but it's special. It's kind of specializes in that.
And
in
you got
that
the
place.
nude cruises too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do get new cruises. You
Well,
get swingers cruises.
But have you heard of those now since COVID? Are they out there anywhere?
The
Really?
nude cruises,
They
yes.
have restarted, yeah.
Oh, they are.
The
Okay.
nude cruises did go this year.
All right.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I don't know of any company that's offering like where the ship is a singles cruise kind of a deal. I've not found any of those.
Yeah.
If there are, it's
I'm not
a regular
it's not a
cruise. One of our friends, we have a very good lady friend. What's her name? She puts together like 60 singles to
Shelby.
go. Shelby does a great job of putting a group of singles together, but it's a regular cruise. It's not a singles cruise or a solo cruise or anything like that. It's a regular ship full of people with your envelope of your single group, or like on the Epic where they have the single solo cabins, living room that you can all meet and party in and everything like that. But
Yeah, for me,
it just bothers me because everybody has this idea that somewhere out there there's this singles hookup cruise all over the place, and not that I would go on them because I'm so unhooked I can't even find the chain anymore. But hey, we're joking, but I figured out the last thing in my life that I need is to start, what would be a 30-something relationship.
Yeah.
I
Me
just,
too.
there'd never be a commingling of money. There would never be I have no desire to go and visit somebody else's family for Christmas and sleep on the fold-away bed in the dining room, That's just not ever going to be, that's just not going to be me. So to me, there's just such a big difference between
solos,
yeah.
like-minded people just traveling
Solos,
together and
like-minded people.
enjoying, like going on trips and dining
Yeah.
together, theaters and things like that. Singles, it's like when you have known as singles nights, where you used to go and like be sat like a wallflower on one side of the room, the guys, and the girls are on the other side, and you give them the old wink, and that's.
I
not
think
solo
isn't
cruise.
it on the Queen Mary? Once a year they have one of those on the Queen Mary. I think. No, I'm just joking, but that's the old. That's that old. I remember when I was young, when I was 30, my dream was to be a dancer on a cruise ship, not a show dancer, but a guy that was just. They gave guys free passage to dance with the women.
That could dance. Yeah.
That could dance.
Yeah.
That had gone on for 50 years, but I don't know where that exists anymore. I've never heard of any special programs like that in any way, shape, or form. So
Don't they do it on Cunard? Isn't there?
and I said
Gentlemen-
that may be
They
the
might
last
on Cunard.
exception to the old days.
Yeah.
That might be the last tie to that.
Mm.
But for anybody considering traveling alone on a cruise ship, go for it. But a couple things. Don't think you're going to fall in love. That might happen. There's enough stories that happens, but don't count on that. You got to be cautious because there are opportunists everywhere. Whether you're in Times Square in New York or you're at your local bowling alley, there are people that want to take advantage of the moment. Don't let your guard down just because you're in a beautiful tropical place and think that, you got to keep your wallet close. You got to do all the regular things. This is not a scary thing I'm saying. Just saying, don't let your guard down because you think you're in a private resort or something, because it's just equal. The risk is equal everywhere. Don't pretend it doesn't exist, and you will have a wonderful time.
Yeah, it's people. You go on these cruises as solo. You'll meet somebody, not in a single way, but somebody who you then maybe say, "Oh, well, actually, I'm thinking about doing an Alaska cruise or I'm going to do the Baltics, and then that 2 then become 4 and 6, and you suddenly find that there's 8, 10 of you traveling on the same cruises and saying, well, I'm doing this, and you make great friends for life.
Friends
I
for
have
life.
such great
Exactly.
friends that I've met all the way back to 15, a couple of gals. They're now both retired. I mean, but there were a couple of gals on a ship. The very first ship I was on by myself, the Jade, that was wonderful. I've met a guy that owns travel agencies in Rio, in Brazil, but he lives in Florida. Just all sorts of people that I still am in touch with, because they're really a couple of ladies that here they are, they're 70, and they have 3-wheeled motorcycles, where the 2 wheels are in front, the spiders they're called. And they go all around the United States on their 3-wheeled motorcycles.
It's Harley chicks. I like it.
In my mind, they should be in a nursing home, and they're out doing this, so hey.
Get out and enjoy life. Just enjoy it.
Hey guys, I hate to do this. We've killed another hour again.
Gone.
Without even trying. I mean,
on toilet, hemp, and whatever else we spoke about.
Somebody's got to put another comment up there. The last comment of the day cannot be poo-pourri. Come on, Cindy, put something else up there.
All right, guys.
Wow.
Amigo John, good luck with your pot farming. Martin, good luck with booking the Epic and whatever not over there with those good deals. And good luck to me for this new chemo drug. We'll see how it works. And I'll have a report for you next Thursday. I think it's next Thursday. I don't know. I go to the doctor one day. But anyway, I'll see y'all next Thursday. Cruise Amigos, next week.
Bye.
You guys have a fabulous day. Thank you.